Sadaशिवसमारम्भाम्
Acharya
शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम्
Madhyama
अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम् ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै।
Om Shanti Shanti Shanti
So we will continue where we left off. We had completed the 28th verse of chapter 6 and today we are on 29. So let us chant verse number 29. Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Shri Bhagavanuvacha
Sarvabhutastamatmanam
Sarvabhutasatmanam
Sarvabhutani Chatmani
Sarvabhutani Chatmani
Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma
Ikshate Yoga Yuktatma
Sarvatra Samadarshanaha
Sarvatra Samadarshanaha.
I will just mute you. People are still talking. Yoga Yuktatma, one who is committed to the discipline of meditation. So, yoga here means nididhyasanam. Yuktaha means committed to or who is regularly practicing. Atma is the person who has the mind which is disciplined and practicing meditation. So, yoga yuktatma, one whose mind is subjected to the sadhana of nididhyasanam. What does he have? Samadarshanaha. He has a vision of samam everywhere. He has a vision of everything being one. And sarvatra, not only in he has that vision, he has that vision everywhere. Sarvatra is everywhere. What does he do? Atmanam ikshate. He perceives Satchitatma. So the yoga yuktatma, the atma there is different. That is the person. And here Atmanam is Satchit Ananda Atma. So this all is contextual. I'm sure by now you are all used to extracting the meanings. So Yoga Yuktatma, that person, what does he do? Samadarshanaha Sarvatraha. He has the vision of everything being the same everywhere, everyone and everything being Brahman only. And therefore it is said, Atmanam Ikshate. He perceives that Brahman, that Atma, Sarvabhutastam, in all beings. Sarvabhutastam means he sees every person, every living being, Bhutaha here is living being, as Atma only, as Brahman only. And not only that, Sarvabhutani. So he sees all the Brahman in all beings and in all beings in Brahman. Sarvabhutani Atmanam. He sees that Brahman is present in all beings. He sees that all beings are present in Brahman. Two things. Okay. One is that you look at anybody, you realize that that person is not different from you. That is Brahman. Another thing is that you look at everybody and you say that everybody is in Brahman. And since Brahman is you, your vision is that everybody is in me. It's a very elevated vision. Everything and everybody, the entire universe, Atmani, is in me only. This is the result of what? Nididhyasana. Okay. Now, from now on, Krishna is talking about the Nididhyasanam phalam. What is the result of Nididhyasanam? And here onwards, which Nididhyasanam are we talking about? Samadhi Rupa Nididhyasanam. Formal Nididhyasanam, sitting down with a posture. Okay. And he talks about two different results. One is Apekshika Shantihi, immediate benefit of quietude of the mind. One is Atyantika Shantihi, long-term benefit of moksha. So these two words we are introducing, and they will be talked about again and again, not only in the Bhagavad Gita, but also in all the Upanishads as we carry on. Remember, for any spiritual practice, there are always two results. One is immediate benefit and one is long-term benefit. So apekshika shanti. Apekshika means apekshan, immediately dependent upon. Apekshika shanti is that benefit which is dependent immediately upon the practice. And this is the temporary quietude of the mind which you get. And Atyantika Shanti is long-term Shanti, which is moksha only. Atyantika Shanti is a word used for moksha. Apekshika Shanti is a word used for temporary quietening of the mind, Chitta Shuddhi. So, to give a comparison, it's like eating, let us say, apples. There is a apekshika benefit, immediate benefit. What is that? The taste of the apple in your mouth. What is the long-term benefit? It is that your body gets nutrition. So two things are there always, apekshika, atyantika. Now in this verse number 27 and 28, we saw earlier, prashanta manasam hyanam, etc. He was talking about the apekshika shanti, apekshika benefit, immediate benefit. And the immediate benefit is what? Here in this case, since it is nididhyasanam, there is a quietude of mind which enables you to claim that you are Atman, that you are Ananda Swarupa. And the long-term benefit is what? That knowledge that I am Ananda Swarupa. Remember, there are two benefits of Jnanam itself. Okay, Chitta Shuddhi is of course a benefit, but that is not of Jnanam, that is of Karma Yoga, Upasana Yoga. Here, Jnanam itself, Krishna is dividing the benefits into two. He says the first benefit is what? Shravanam and Mananam. They give you the knowledge that you are Brahman. So you can claim that you are Brahman. Aham Brahmasmi. That claim which you make that I am Brahman, that is the first benefit. And when do you make that claim? When you finish Mananam. Because Shravanam tells you that you are Brahman, but you have some doubts about whether I can be Brahman or not. Mananam clears those doubts, and then you say, yes, I am Brahman. So that claiming, the making that claim that yes, I am Brahman, as against what? All this time you were claiming what? I am miserable jiva, subject to all the problems of the universe. But now you know, you have, samshaya rahita jnanam, knowledge which is benefit of all doubts. There is no doubt at all that I am Brahman, and therefore the first benefit, the apekshika benefit here is that I am claiming that I am Brahman. Okay, that claiming itself does not give me the full range of benefits because my mind has got viparita bhavana. Habitual thinking patterns are there, and therefore I do nididhyasanam. With nididhyasanam, what happens? One by one, all these habitual thinking patterns, negative emotions, all these things I handle. I release them, which makes this knowledge, it pushes the knowledge into the subconscious mind. Once the knowledge is pushed into the subconscious mind, the format in which I am all the time shifts from triangular format to binary format. This pushing of the knowledge into the subconscious, which is the aim of nididhyasanam, makes the binary format spontaneous. Today, the binary format is artificial. I have to consciously claim, yes, I am Brahman. And as long as I have to make that claim consciously, the binary format is superimposed. But now, with Jnana Nishtha coming in, long-term benefit of nididhyasanam is that the knowledge gets pushed into the subconscious mind, which is called Jnana Nishtha. That Jnanam is Nishtha, is established in the mind. And therefore, the binary format becomes spontaneous. Why? If I am spontaneously in the binary format, what is the advantage? See, whatever you are doing in your daily life, for a sannyasi also there are transactions. But if you're not a sannyasi, like most of us, if you're a grahastha, there are so many transactions that you will do. You get up in the morning, you boil milk, you make tea, you call your husband, wife, children, everybody and give them tea, make food for them, get the cook to make food for them. What are you doing? Every transaction you are handling anatma only, right? And the normal problem when you are in triangular format is because you are handling anatma all the time, you do not remember that you are atma. Even if you have come to the mananam stage, you are claiming I am atma, but you don't remember that you are atma when you are handling something. When you are doing the transactions, you are jiva. And the advantage of the moving into the binary format is the binary format becomes spontaneous. And even even when I'm doing my daily transactions, even when I'm handling anatma, I do not forget that I am the atma. This is the advantage of the spontaneous binary format. And this is what some people call sahaja samadhi, easy samadhi. Consciously, there's no conscious need to be in samadhi. You are in samadhi all the time. And this particular focus of mind we saw, where Vidya Vinaya Sampanne Brahmane Gavi Hastini Shuni Chaiva Shopake Cha Pandita Samadarshinaha. Wherever he sees Vidya Vinaya Sampanne, that knowledge born out of humility, whether he sees a Brahmana, Gavi, a cow, Hasti, a elephant, Shuni, if he's a dog, Topakecha, even if he sees a dog eater, Pandit, if he's a Brahmin also, a person who's wise, what happens? How is his view? Samadarshinaha. So his view is that all are Brahman only. And therefore Krishna says, Sarvabhutastam Atmanam. Okay, now if you look at it in the context of the words, it's important for us to be able to distinguish. That is why we are going into Shankara Bhashyam. The normal Moolam class where Shankara Bhashyam is not taken, doesn't go into these sort of details. But this is a Shankara Bhashyam class based on Shankara Bhashyam. We are not actually doing the Shankara Bhashyam because to actually do Shankara Bhashyam, we should be having a very good command over grammar, and none of us have that. So we are taking the we are extracting the ideas from Shankara Bhashyam, and the main ideas, and we are putting it forward. So he says, Bhutaha, Sarva Bhutastam. Bhutaha can mean many things. What is the primary meaning of Bhutaha? Living beings. It can mean Pancha Mahabhutani. It can mean in Hindi what we call Bhuta, Preta, Pishacha, ghosts and spirits and all that. But Bhutaha can mean Brahman also, right? And Shankara adds here, therefore, because of the contextual meaning for Sarva Bhutam is Sarva Shariram, in my own self. Sarva Shariram, in all bodies, Atmanam, I see in my own self. Therefore, he sees himself, the Atma, as present in every living body. In Sarva Shariram, Sarva Bhutam is Sarva Shariram. What happens? Atmanam Pashyati. He sees himself as present in every single living being, which means that he sees that I am that entity which is lending life, which is lending consciousness to any living being, not just human beings, any living being, right? Now, we haven't talked much about other darshanas, but you can extract a further meaning from this particular word. Sankhya Yoga, for example, there are other Sankhya is there, Sankhya Darshana is there, Yoga Darshana is there, Nyaya Darshana is there, Vaiseshika Darshana is there. Now, all these darshanas, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, and Vaiseshika, remember that though there are 4 different darshanas, they are largely clubbed as Sankhya Yoga, one darshana. Nyaya Vaisheshika, one darshana. Like largely because there are a lot of overlapping ideas between Sankhya and Yoga and between Nyaya and Vaisheshika. Now here, all these four darshanas, Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, they have a difference in opinion from Vedanta. They say that there is one Atma for each Shariram, right? And therefore, Shankara here is saying that, remember, this is the main context I'm talking about, that all these four darshanas, they talk about different Atmas for different bodies. What do we say? We say one Atma in every body. But these darshanas, they don't accept that. They say there is an individual Atma for an individual body, right? And Shankara here says that by this particular phrase, Sarva Bhutastam Atmanam, that I see myself in everybody, Krishna is negating the other darshanas. He says Krishna is telling us Sankhya, Yoga, Nyaya, Vaisheshika, they are all wrong. Basically, there is only one Atma, you, and that you are the Atma in everybody. Okay. And now, when I say that I am there in everybody, then a natural question can come up. What is that? If I am there in, say, your body, then whatever problems your body is experiencing, should I not experience? What is the answer to that? If I am
Because
there, yes, Manmohan, go on.
because I can't experience. I means that I, which is Atma, that is a karta and a bhokta, so it can't experience.
That's not correct because I'm saying I'm experiencing my pain. What is being
It's
said here
not.
is that I am present there in everybody. So I experience my own feelings, I experience my own pain. Therefore, why cannot I experience your pain or your feelings or what you are thinking?
Sir, that is
That
exclusive to that upadhi, that pain
Arsi,
or discomfort, joy. While here we are talking
You,
about the
fine.
Brahman.
See, your upadhi is inert, right? And what makes me experience the pain of my upadhi is the fact that consciousness, I am there. Consciousness, I am there in my body. That consciousness is the reason why I experience my pain. And here Krishna is saying that I am there in your body also. And if I'm there in your body, whatever pain you are having in your leg, I should experience. Why am I not experiencing that? What is the answer to that question? Here, this is basically it's an advanced class. So you have to be able to answer these sort of questions.
so many Arsis and only one OC, which we are talking about I in everything. Then we are talking about OC, and which can't experience. And when we are talking that in this body it is experienced other body, so we are talking about Arsis, and
But yeah,
there are
then
many
OC is the same.
Yeah, OC is the same, but OC
Then
is lending this sense to the RC, and then it is experienced where RCs are many.
yeah, OC experiencing of if you're saying OC is experiencing OC experiencing
No,
of
OC
everybody.
is not experiencing. OC is giving, lending that background with
No, you
which
have to
the
talk in terms of a more understandable way of saying it because just by saying different RCs, it's an answer. Yes, it's an answer, but it's not a complete answer. What does it mean when you say different RC?
So C is only a Sakshi,
Okay, but
and
my
all
my
the
question is
jivas
simple.
have their own karmas
That
that they
all
need
see
to
these are
perform.
all your thinking processes are being muddled. Okay, I'm asking a very simple question. I am the OC in everybody. I am the consciousness in everybody. Why can I not experience like experience my pain? Why cannot I experience your pain? Because Krishna says very clearly that I am that consciousness in everybody.
Because they are different Sukshma Sharira.
Because I, the
Or
host, not the experiencer. The experience is done by the Anatma.
No, the answer is very simple actually. You have to think about when I say I, what am I? When I say I am available in everybody, what am I?
that time Prabhupada, that time the Paramarthika I we are talking about when I say that I am
So
in
what is that
everything.
Paramarthika I?
Abhokta karta.
Brahman.
No, see, you're thinking in terms of Chit and Sat. That's why I'm saying, whenever these questions are there, you should do Mananam. Should do a lot of Mananam, because when I say I am there in everybody, I am there in my body, I am there in my body, I experience the Sat in my body, and because of Chit, I experience the pain in my body, right? But when I say I am in your body, remember, I can experience the Sat in your body because I can see your body. So I'm experiencing the existence of your body. Sat is the existence principle. So as RC, I can experience the Sat in your body. I can experience the Chit only in my body. The Chit of your body, I cannot experience because it is Sukshma Shariram which reflects that. And therefore, I cannot experience Chit in any other body. I can experience Sat in all bodies. Because I cannot experience Chit in any other body, I will not experience the pain in your body. I will experience the pain only in my body. But I can experience Sat in all bodies. Is that clear? Sat can be experienced by me in all bodies. Because it's a perception. I can see it, that you are existing. But Chit I can't. And therefore, that is the meaning of this. That I am there present as the Sat in every body and the Chit in every body as OC. But if I'm talking about the RC experiences the consciousness in his body. RC experiences the consciousness, the Sat in all other bodies, existence in all other bodies. Okay. And he further adds, Sarva Bhutani cha Atmani. All the bodies are in me. Atmani means me. Sarva Bhutani, all bodies are in me. And Shankara adds here, all bodies means what? Brahmadini Sthamba Paryantam. All bodies beginning from Lord Brahmaji up to Sthamba. So Sthamba is, here remember the Ba is the first Ba. I mean there are two Bas, right? Ba and Bha. Second Ba is got an inflection to it, Bha. The Sthamba means the minute organism, planet, a plant or a bacteria or even insect. But if it's Thamba, if it's the second Bha, what does Thamba mean?
Pillar? A
It means
pillar?
a pillar. Okay. Literally speaking, if you are talking about, I can see all bodies, you can say everything because even a pillar you can see, right? But here, since we are talking about jivas, he's saying Thamba. He's saying minute organ. All bodies are in me, all jivas are in me. There is no harm in saying Thamba because pillars are also in me. Even the non-living organisms are in me only. So he's saying here, all bodies are located in me. By saying what? Which part of it are talking Sarva Bhutani Chatmani. All bodies are located in me. And in the beginning, Sarva Bhutasnam Atmanam, he said exactly the opposite. I am located in all bodies. So, right? So the net understanding is, I understand that Atma is imperishable, bodies are perishable, all Anatma is perishable. And from here, we have to have a particular understanding that any object you see, any Atma you see, has two aspects of it. One is Visheshaha. So Visheshaha aspect is special aspect. Special means what? Something which is individual to it. And Nirvishesha, something which is common to all. So when I look at any Atma, there is a Vishesha part and there is a Nirvishesha part. So I am looking, let us say, at my old friend Ambarish, who is present here. So I am seeing two things. I am seeing the Vishesha part and the Nirvishesha part in Ambarish. Any object has got Vishesha and Nirvishesha is the statement. So what is the Vishesha part of Ambarish?
Your friend.
Sorry?
Your friend.
No.
The non-living.
The upadhi, his body, his face, his
Upadhi.
Nama Rupa.
Nama Rupa is Vishesha part. The Nirvishesha part, common to all, is the Atma. So here what Krishna is saying is that the Jnani, when he looks at me, he sees the Nirvishesha part first. He need not ignore the Vishesha part. He need not ignore the name and form. But that name and form he invokes when there is a transaction. So if Ambarish comes to my house and I offer him tea, then I'm invoking the Vishesha part. But when he is just sitting in some place and I'm looking at him, I know that he is also Atma, just as I am. So I am seeing the Nirvishesha part, which most of us don't see. So seeing, of course, here means understanding. I cannot actually see Atma, right? I cannot actually, because I am Atma, I cannot see it. Seeing here means understanding. And therefore this Jnani, he enjoys the world, right? Because he sees all the Nama Rupa. For we all need entertainment, right? All of us need something to break the monotony of our lives. So we need entertainment. And Atma or Brahman, unfortunately, does not provide any entertainment. So wherever I want to appreciate something, look at the beauty of something, I have to make use of Anatma. But whenever I'm looking for something permanent, I have to look for Atma. It's just like a cardboard chair. It may be nicely painted up, nicely done. It may look very beautiful. So when I want to look at beauty, I look at the cardboard chair. But when I want to sit down, I don't sit on that cardboard chair because it is insecure. So when Ananda is needed, you have to hold on to Atma. When entertainment is needed, you have to go to Anatma. Both are okay. But in your head, you must be very clear. What can I get from what source? You cannot go to a shoe shop and ask for salwar kameez. If you want to go to what you need Ananda, go to the Atma mall. If you need entertainment, go to the Anatma mall. Jnani knows where to seek what. So if he is hungry, he will not go to the Atma kitchen. Atma will not help you there. If you are hungry, you have to eat. But when you want immortality, don't go to Anatma kitchen because you cannot expect Amritam, immortality at the level of the body. The body is mortal, not only yours. Everybody's body is mortal. Therefore, do not expect a permanency in any of your relationship. Don't hold on to any relationship so strongly that when that person finally goes away, you are shattered. Do not expect permanency in any worldly relationship. Remember that your relationship, whatever and however close it is only body to body. Both bodies are impermanent, yours and your relatives. But at the Sukshma Shariram level, at the Jiva level, you have a relationship in every birth with only one, out of which only one is permanent. Every birth you have a body. Every birth there are relationships of that body of that birth with other bodies in that birth, right? So those are all temporary relationships. But across all births, as the Jiva, you have one permanent relationship, and that is with Ishvara. And therefore, if you want at that level, at the Jiva level, if you want a permanent relationship, that has to be only with Ishvara. At the Jiva level, relationships will always be temporary because bodies are temporary. That is the nature of the relationship. Do not expect permanency in any relationship. So your only permanent relationship is with Ishvara, and therefore, for security, as a karma yogi, in the triangular format, turn to Ishvara. There is no security anywhere else. And then he says, Sarva Bhutani Chatmani, the Jnani, he sees all bodies in me, in the Atma, non-different from me. Which means Anatma And Shankara defines Atmani very specifically, Ekatam Gatani, which means which is not different from me, it doesn't go away from me. And therefore, Anatma does not exist separately from me, is one more learning here. Which means what? All these bodies, of course, you can expand that. The entire universe, they borrow existence from whom? From me only. And that is why we said, Nasato vidyate bhavaha, na bhavo vidyate sataha, abhayorapi drishtantaha, vanayos tattvadarshibhihi. The Tattvadarshi knows, Nasato vidyate bhavaha, na asata vidyate bhavaha. What is mithya has no existence. Na abhavo vidyate sataha. What is sataha, what is satyam, has no abhava, has no non-existence at all. Only the person who's understood this is the Tattvadarshibhihi. Ubhayorapi drishtantaha. The person who can see both of this, perceive and understand this, he is the Tattvadarshi. And therefore all beings, they finally resolve into me, the Atma. I am unresolvable. I have no resolution, no dissolution. When you see the word dissolution, we need to give a little bit more clarity. So there are different types of dissolutions, destructions, for example. One is laya. Okay, so dissolution is called laya. So there is a thing called nitya laya. Nitya laya is, it literally means regular. Nitya here is not to be taken as eternal, it can be taken as regular. So nitya laya means regular destruction, regular resolution. And that takes place every day when you go to sleep in Sushupti Avastha. Because in Sushupti Avastha, your mind resolves into subconscious mind. Subconscious mind resolves into yourself, the Atma. So everything is dissolved into yourself. There is no world, there is no projection, there is no family, there is no relative, there is no house, there is nothing. This is the daily resolution, Nitya Laya. In Sushupti Avastha, you are not aware of the world at all. So this is called Nitya Laya, daily resolution. Then there is something called Mahapralaya, the cosmic dissolution. So Nitya Laya is at the Vyashti level, at the individual level, and it takes place daily. Mahapralaya is at Samashti level. It's at the macro level, right? What is being pointed out is that whether it be Nitya Laya or whether it be Mahalaya, nothing is really lost. In both types of Laya, Nitya Laya, Mahapralaya, there is only a movement from Vyaktam, manifest, to Avyaktam and manifest, back to Vyaktam again. This Krishna said this in chapter 2, that there is Vyaktam, Avyaktam, Anvyaktam again. And therefore, because of this commonality, in Nitya Laya what happens? Your daily life is manifest, Vyaktam. Sushupti is unmanifest, Avyaktam. When you wake up, again it is Vyaktam. So that this common feature is there. Pralayam is also the same thing, Mahapralayam. At the Mahapralayam is at the Samashti level, but the nature of this Mahapralayam is exactly the same as Nityalaya. What is that? Vyaktam, Avyaktam, back to Vyaktam. And then very often Shastra compares Mahapralayam to Layam. The comparison of Mahapralayam to Sushupti has this particular meaning. So you got Nityalaya, you got Mahapralaya, and the third is called Atyanta Pralaya. So Atyanta Pralaya is used as a synonym in the same meaning as moksha. And here there is no disappearance of anything. Nothing moves from Vyaktam to Avyaktam or Avyaktam to Vyaktam, because the whole thing is only about understanding. What is the understanding? I appreciate the cause of everything as Brahman. I understand that everything is only Brahman alone. Vedanta reveals the Karanam, the cause of everything, as Satya Atma, Brahman. And this analysis is the Karana Karya Vada analysis, the cause and the effect. Remember that at a higher level of understanding, this Karyam, this product, which is the Jagat, it really is not there because it is Mithya. And so a very real understanding is, until here, we always say Brahman or Ishvara, to be more appropriate. Ishvara is the Karanam for the Jagat. There is a Karana Karya Sambandha here. But if you analyze further at a higher level, and we'll see this when we come to Mandukya Upanishad. Mandukya Upanishad says that if you analyze the Karyam, the Jagat is reduced to Mithya because it is a dependent entity. It has no independent existence of its own apart from Brahman. It is like a gold necklace. The necklace looks real, but if you analyze it, you realize that there is nothing called a necklace at all because it is only gold. And therefore, in the absence of the necklace, the gold loses its status of being the Upadana Karanam for the necklace. You are able to follow? What is the Upadanam Karanam for the necklace? The material cause for the necklace, it is the gold. And when you are saying the necklace is a product, that is the time when you can say that gold is the cause for the product, is the Karanam for the product. But when you analyze the gold, you realize it is gold, the necklace, you realize it is the gold itself. The word necklace doesn't really exist at all, anywhere excepting on my tongue, right? And therefore, there is no product called necklace. In the absence of a product, how can there be a cause? So they say that the world really doesn't exist because it is a mithya world. It is only Namarupa world. There is no entity, there is no substantive entity called the world. There is no product called the world. There is no karyam called the world. In the absence of karyam, how can Ishvara be karanam? And therefore, karanam status is lost for Ishvara. So thus, the dissolution of the world is not really a dissolution. It is the resolving of the difference between the karanam and the karyam. This Atyanta Pralayam, which we are talking about right now, that's why this discussion is coming. This Atyanta Pralayam, there is no real dissolution. Nothing changes from Vyaktam to Avyaktam, right? What is the resolution? What is resolved? What is destroyed is the understanding between that there is a difference. The understanding that there is a difference between the Karanam and the Karyam, between the cause and the effect. This understanding is what is resolved. This understanding is what is dissolved. And therefore, after this understanding is dissolved, there is really no Karanam. There is really no Karyam. In the absence of the Karyam, there is no Karanam. In the absence of the created, there is no creator. What remains is only Karya, Karana, Vilakshana, Brahman. Vilakshana means different from. So Karya, Karana, Vilakshana Brahman, that Brahman which is different from the product, Karya, and different from the cause, Karanam, that alone remains. And therefore, in all these studies, in all these words which we are analyzing, I should remember that the connection between me and the world is a Satya Mithya Sambandha. Where the world is Mithya, I am Satyam. This connection I should never, never, never forget. Whenever I forget the Satya Mithya Sambandha between me and the world, remember that I am in samsara. As long as I remember Satya Mithya Sambandha between me and the world, I am Jivan Mukta. And therefore he says Atmani. The key to being a samsari is to forget this relationship. And that's why yoga Yukt Atma. This is the title of the Jnani. The Jnani whose mind is Yuktaha, disciplined, filled with this knowledge. Remember that whatever your mind is saturated with, you will naturally think of that. For example, a person who has studied mathematics, every experience that he has in this world, he tries to analyze using mathematics. A person who has studied physics, every experience that he has, he uses the laws of physics to analyze. And if your mind is saturated with Vedanta, it should be so much saturated that every experience that you have in this world, you have to analyze in terms of the knowledge that you have gathered during Shravanam, in terms of Vedic knowledge. And therefore, Yuktaha means with the consistent practice of Nididhyasanam, Yoga Yukta Atma, the one whose mind is constantly dwelling on the Atma, on the teachings of the scripture that I am Atma, such a person, Ikshate Sarvatra Samadarshanaha, he does not lose sight of the Atma in anyone. He sees that the Atma is the essential nature in everyone. He appreciates the inherent life principle, the consciousness principle, which is present in everybody. It doesn't mean that he is blind to the superficial differences. He sees intellectual differences. He sees emotional differences. He sees physical differences in all the people that he interacts with. But like the Ajnani, in and through the differences, he does not lose sight of the fact that there is a oneness of Atma. Right? And he approaches them as the Atma, not as the Anatma. Therefore, there is no raga. Therefore, there is no dvesha. The teaching is never expect any sameness, any uniformity at the Anatma level, at the body level. If you expect that there is going to be compatibility between you and your wife or you and your husband at the level of the body, you will have problems in your life. But never look for compatibility at the physical level with your husband, wife, children, friends. Never look for compatibility at the Anatma level. But see beyond that. See the Nirvishesha part. Tell yourself that this husband or this wife or this partner of mine is Atma. And therefore I can go on living together. Even if as Atma she drives me crazy, it's not necessary that I should go to the divorce court. Because I am Atma, she is Atma. The judge is also Atma. What can I achieve? That is the constant awareness of this benefit. And there is another benefit. There's a more stronger benefit of this. What is that? That we will see in the next verse, in the next class. Any questions?
Yes,
Very
Prabhuji.
important versions. Yes, please go on. One.
So when we were saying, Krishna is saying that I am in everything and everything is in me. He's talking about Atma Osi, right?
Yes. I am in
So
everything is
yeah,
Atma. OC.
and everything is in me. That is that me is also Atma.
Me is Atma, everything is Jagat.
Ha. And then we talked about that I can experience such part in everything, but
Yes.
not the Chit part. So when
I the
we are saying,
RC can experience the Sat in all living beings. I the RC can experience Chit in my own body.
so this I is RC, that means OC plus my body and my Sukshma Sarira. Soul
Correct.
and gross body.
Correct.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Any other question? Okay, so we'll try to do a short Nididhyasanam version today, some small meditation. Now, this particular meditation is from Swami Dayanandaji's meditation lectures. It's a short one, so we'll sit quietly. Seated posture, eyes gently closed, body straight as far as possible. The back, the neck, and the head in one straight line. If you're sitting on a chair, please don't take the support of the back, sit upright. This is a meditation on how the past can hold you in its grip, which we all know. And I don't want to be a victim of my past, because as long as I hold on to my past, I will be the victim of that past. And therefore, I tell myself, I can let that past go. The past is like a stone in my hand. Just as I can drop the stone, I can drop the past also. As long as I am holding on to the past, the problems in my past, they hold me. I am helpless. The past holds me hostage as long as I am holding on to it. There have been many occasions in the past where, because of my ignorance or my innocence, I have got hurt, and therefore the pain remains. I remain associated with the memories of that hurt, and as long as I hold on to them, I am not able to let go of the past. If somebody else is holding me, I can seek the help of a third party to get free. But that option is not available here, because I am the one who is holding the past. The past is also me. The holder is also me. The holder and the held are one only. And therefore I can ask myself to help me in letting go of the past. Or I can ask the Lord, Easwara, to help me in letting go of the past. Very often I am not strong enough to drop the past. And therefore I turn to Easwara, acknowledging that I am helpless, that I am unable to let go of the past, and asking him to help me achieve that letting go. This prayer to Lord is the prayer that we are going to do. By submitting to Easwara, by acknowledging my helplessness to Easwara, I am bringing about the act of letting the past go. Submission takes place when I consciously pray to the Lord, pray to Easwara. This prayer is an action, no doubt. It is born, but it is an action born of the acknowledgement of my helplessness. And therefore, I begin to pray. Focus on each of the words of the prayer. Put your entire mind and emotion into it, because this is bhakti. Praying to the Lord involves bhakti. We are praying to Saguna Easwara here. So, oh Lord, help me to let go of my past. O Lord, give me the wisdom to accept what I cannot change. Let me not try to change what I cannot. As long as I am blaming somebody else for my problems, I am not letting go. I am trying to change what I cannot change. As long as I blame, I do not accept. So, O Lord, let me not blame anybody. What has happened has happened. It is a fact. It is a choiceless fact. It remains a fact. I cannot do anything to change the past. Let me not have remorse. Let me not have resentment. Let me not have anger. Oh Lord, let me not try to change what I cannot change. Let me accept that I cannot change. Give me the willpower to back up my desire, to fulfill what I desire, which is to let go of the past without anger, without resentment. Give me the strength to make the effort to change what I can and to choicelessly accept what I cannot change. Oh Lord, give me this strength. Om. It's a short prayer. It is a very beautiful prayer which was followed, which was taught by Swami Dayanandaji, who, as you know, is the guru of our guru, SPG. It's very effective. But of course, it presumes that you are in the triangular format. We are all trying to move into the binary format. Once you are in the binary format, then there is no Ishvara in your life because you are Atma and the rest of the world is Anatma. But it's a useful prayer. Occasionally, even from the binary format, even if I am in the binary format, you will find that there are occasions in my life, a lot of turmoil is there, a lot of problems are there, a lot of misery is there. I may slip back into triangular format temporarily. The temporary is very important. Even when I slip to the triangular format, I should be aware that I should be in the binary format. So temporarily use these prayers, overcome the temporary problems, get back into the binary format. With this, I'll stop for today. If there are any questions, I'll answer them. Otherwise, we'll close the session.
Thank you, Acharya.
Om.
Om, sir. Every prayer is in triangular format.
Every prayer is in triangular format. You cannot pray to yourself.
Yes.
When you pray, you acknowledge that I am a weak person, unable to, accept that I am Ishvara, and therefore I am accepting you as Ishvara, and you remove my problems.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so with this, we'll stop for today. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnam Evavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat. Om Namah
Om
Shivaya.
Tat Sat.
Thank you for
Thank
your
you,
Thank you so
Acharya.
much.
Om
Thank
Namah
you so much,
Shivaya. Thank you so
Acharya
much,
ji.
Acharya.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So, is there anything which any particular weakness which anybody wants to overcome in Nididhyasanam? just message me personally and I will see whether the next prayer can be on that. Thank you for your patience, everybody. Om Om.
Thank you.
Thank you, Acharya.